When I worked at an elementary school and a middle school as a para, I would observe kids, and I came to the conclusion that entertaining yourself is a skill. It's not, it's a skill that you can get better at, and eventually master. I know people that can't be by themselves at all. Like, if I leave the room to go to the kitchen, this person will leave the room, go to the kitchen, because they can't be by themselves. And is that, I made a video earlier about NFL players being mentally weak. Is just this whole world mentally weak? Like, where you can't be by yourself? Or you must be entertained by your phone, TV, whatever, YouTube video, like, to where I'll sit in silence. I'm okay with that. I'll just, if I'm waiting for my car to be fixed, I'll just sit there and stare, think. Because I've never really thought about that with adults until today. That most adults can't entertain themselves either. Like, they can't sit there in silence for a little bit. If you're waiting at a stoplight, like for a crosswalk, you'll pop your phone out and start looking at it, even though, oh no, I'm going to have to stand here for 15 seconds in my own thoughts. Is that why everybody is so mentally weak? Because they're always taking in social media, they're always entertained? These are questions that I'm asking because I really don't know. And my dad and I were talking about, he was saying how dangerous this world is, how dangerous, you can't walk down the street, like, and I'm like, people are the same as they were 100 years ago. You really think they're all that different? What we take in is different. So, and what we're exposed to, and how quickly we have information. There was a casino on fire when I was driving home. I don't have social media, no Facebook, none of that stuff. And I was able to find out within 45 minutes of that it started what happened to why the casino was on fire after I got home. So you literally have everything instantly, basically. So does that make it appear that this world is worse than it was in the past? Like Halloween just happened. Like, you hear about people having to check the candy, and is it poison, razor blades in it, and all this stuff, where my parents didn't look at my candy. I traded my chocolate with my sister, and we chowed down. I'm really stumped about why it appears that this world is more evil. Is it because we're taking in all this evil stuff as far as what Hollywood pushes out, what people put out on TikTok and all this other crap? All this venom, quite frankly, that poisons you. Is that why people are more evil? Or appear more evil? I don't know. But I watched a video about turning everything off for 15 minutes and just sitting there. And I was like, I do that daily anyway. He's like, take a break from social media. And I was like, I've taken a lifelong break from that. But I would maybe try to just sit in your own thoughts. Because if you can't be alone with yourself because you're so depressed, like, that means you need to work on yourself. Put down your phone, pick up your Bible, Pray, because it all boils down to God and your inner peace. I've talked about you'll feel a peace that you didn't know you could feel. You won't feel the need to defend yourself when someone hurts your quote-unquote pride, because that comes before the fall. So somebody can say something negative about me, that's okay. It's more than likely true. Or at least it was true. So learn how to entertain yourself. Like, if I have a ball, I'm good for the day. I remember making up so many games with my cousin and I. Like, we made up so many stupid games. When I was a custodian, I made up so many games. One of my favorite was having one of the big roll-around trash cans away from the wall. You have to bounce it off the wall and get it into the trash can. We'd spend 5-10 minutes doing that, laugh, and then we'd go about our day. And then when we got better at that, we had to bounce it off things and try to get it in. Like, just one tennis ball and a stupid trash can that there's hundreds of them around. And it kind of melted people as far as, like, their stress. And, oh no, we need to do this. Like, who cares? It'll get done. Let's relax a little bit. So, maybe try that. Relax. Don't get stressed out about all these little things that you have to do.